Some people have been wondering if you will be releasing an HD version of Marble Hornets.
I think I came up with a pretty good answer for this one.
Yeah.
I'm going to tell us in a little bit of a story. Back when high definition was first getting really, I guess, more available to the public, and you go to Best Buy, and they would have their whole TV wall going, and the big one that they played a lot around here was Pearl Harbor. And they would always show like the attack on Pearl Harbor scene in that crappy movie. And the effects they used were very obviously not intended to be high definition. So everything looked awful.
Awful.
Just awful.
Really, really bad.
Terrible. And so yeah, my answer to that is just simply going to be, have you ever seen Pearl Harbor in HD?
You can see everything that was not meant to be seen in HD.
Yeah.
So I don't think Marble Hornets really benefit from that. So short answer, no, probably not. Probably not, but no. Yeah.
No, probably definitely no.
Probably definitely no.
All right. Noman Rose and Tetsu, however you pronounce his IGN, I don't even care. They asked, did any of the fan theories / puzzle solutions have any bearing on the plot of the videos? And did you ever have to refilm anything due to the players' theories?
I'm sure this will hurt some internet egos. Hopefully not a large amount of them, but there's always a few that feel like they're in control. But no. It was eerie how close some of the theories got occasionally, but we never altered our ideas to fit or, move away from any theories that were being posted.
Yeah, there's a bunch of, theories, that some of them very, very off the wall, that we would never think of ever. And, we read, like Unfiction and Something Awful and everything. We read all of those, and we like looking at the, all the ideas and theories people were coming up with, and there are, a good handful of them that we were like, oh wow, we should have thought of that, but it never, changed anything. We were still pretty set.
My personal favorite was it was all a prank theory. Honestly, I unironically liked that idea on at least some level. But there was no way we could have done it.
Yeah, once that idea was introduced, we were like pretty deep in our own story. So we're like, it'd be funny to turn it around, but no. We'd be like, oh, it's really just Jay's birthday, and Alex wasn't really missing. Yay! Happy birthday, everyone!
So the Jankman wanted to know if you could give us any insight on what you have in store for the sequel.
Should I?
Should you what?
Just be 100% honest right now.
Sure. I don't know what you're going to say, but if we can just be like, oh, cut that out.
Yeah.
We can't say.
Okay. Well, to be 100% honest, we have not started working on Marble Hornets again.
Yes.
It's we want to, but it's one of those things where we definitely don't want to rush into anything. We don't want to fall to your regular sequel disease where it's just a worse version of the first one. So we haven't worked on it at all, and it's going to be something that we want to put a lot of time, a lot of effort into to make it better than the original Marble Hornets, make it just more cohesive, and just a higher quality product.
We haven't completely. I mean, you may not have been doing anything, but I have some like ideas floating around in my head. I've written a few down.
It's nothing official though.
No, nothing is set in stone yet. About the story or anything. But I have a few, ideas that obviously I can't share. But
the things we're working on now, we do have a couple of projects, but they're all comedy. They're all completely different from Marble Hornets.
Yeah.
So. Don't give up hope. I assure you, you don't need to give up hope, but don't think that it's going to correspond with like the school year or the winter solstice or planet flying
or 2012.
It's going to be just a when it's ready type deal.
Yeah, we've been saying, people have been asking. That's like absolutely the most common question people have been asking is like, when is part 2, season 2, Marble Hornets 2 coming out? And honestly, there were a few entries we had in this past quote-unquote season where we weren't super satisfied with the final product. So we really want to take time, really make sure it's right this time, because we did right ourselves in a few corners in the first part.
When you said we weren't happy with some of the final entries we had, there were some where we were just it kind of gave us goosebumps again. When you're involved in something like this, at the very beginning of the project, it was creepy to us, and it would be kind of unnerving. Nothing you lose sleep over, but while you're filming, you're like, ooh, this is awesome.
This will look cool.
But you start getting more analytical about everything, and I said this in one of the Q&As we had, that it stops becoming scary, and it's more just like a science project or something like that. But there were some times when I would watch the editing that Troy had done, just get those goosebumps again. It's like, wow, that's going to be awesome. It wasn't exactly the same as when we first started, but I could tell exactly how it was going to impact the audience. And that's something we want to have for every entry, not just every third entry.
Yeah, no more. There were definitely a few entries where we would look at the finished thing once we posted it and be like, wow, that's filler.
Yeah.
And we don't want that. and like people would look at it and they'd be like, this feels like filler, and there's not really we have more information kind of, but
it's filler.
But it's filler, and that's what we don't want.
All right, what is the operator's ideal date? Like a romantic stroll on the beach or whatever?
What did we?
I don't remember. I was going to ask you. We talked about this. We actually had a conversation about this.
Wait, was this the one where I just kind of shook my head and said no?
No, it wasn't that one. It was shoot, what was it?
I swear we haven't rehearsed.
Yeah, we haven't rehearsed at all.
Oh well, just think of one.
Yeah, go ahead.
This is where I said we're not witty.
Yeah, improv.
I'd imagine that the operator would enjoy nice scenic locations like woods.
Yeah, woods, definitely.
Probably something more rustic, old buildings.
Old buildings
in the woods
that are leaky and
where there's not a whole lot of communication with the outside world.
Yeah, dark.
Something like that.
Something like that. As little light as possible, and no cameras.
No cell phone service at all.
Yeah, I mean,
pretty standard stuff.
Pretty standard. Yeah. Candle lit. No, actually, no candle lit.
Well, he does like fire.
Okay, yeah, fire. We'll do fire. Yeah, lots of candles. Lots of candles and lots of flammable material. Next question.